Hey YouTube, you have Leonard here. Bring guys and gals, Kanojo Okurishi Masu, we're here. Rent to Girlfriend chapter 237, the review portion. So per the usual everybody, you can follow me on Twitch, link in the description box down below, where I do all my live reactions. You can find my live reaction to this very interesting chapter over on the Twitch side. Greatly appreciate everybody, but with that, let's hop into this. This is probably going to be a relatively short review, and I'm still talking to everyone on the Twitch side, so everyone keep commenting. I see what you guys are writing. Not much really happened this chapter. If I could break it down in honestly 30 seconds. Kazuya and Chizuru finally meet up. Kazuya is confused because of the fact that Chizuru is so professional. Kazuya spends a lot of money on Chizuru, and then we get the cliffhanger of the so at the end of the chapter. That's literally all that's happened in this one. But with that said, as we kind of dig into it a little bit deeper, I do like what Reiji is doing with regards to Chizuru in terms of how she's acting, but how she actually feels, and the mental gymnastics that Kazuya is doing, as much as sometimes annoys me. So here's what's kind of happening. Chizuru comes into this date, and I think from Kazuya's standpoint, as a rational human being would think, in my opinion, he's thinking, okay, we're going to finally have an earnest conversation about the stuff that's gone on. He's confused, the 3-month layover, things are going to be awkward, and that all makes perfect sense. But Chizuru is not a normal human being. And she comes in here and she's acting like everything's perfectly fine. She's just like, oi, Kazuya. She's all happy and let's do the date, let's do this and that. And we have to understand that Chizuru Mizuhara is in full-on rental mode. She's acting like she would on any other rental date with Kazuya because that is her job. We know that from Chizuru's standpoint, professionalism, it matters. She's very big on being professional and the way that she handles things and trying to treat this like an actual date because that is her job. What's interesting though is the fact that we know from everything we've seen the last few chapters, we know that Chizuru, she likes Kazuya. And this whole situation for her is incredibly awkward. There's a reason we had a whole 3-month time skip of nothing happening between the two of them and her running away, because she doesn't know how to face Kazuya. So she's gotten the courage to actually go on this date, which is huge from her standpoint, but can she actually act like it's just a normal rental? She cannot. Case in point, we see one of the key parts, I think, in this chapter, when they're walking and Kazuya's just thinking about all the different stuff with Chizuru, about how's this happening? She's so professional, etc. We have that one panel. You see Kazuya's hand is just, this is weird, I can't really show on stream, but Kazuya's hand is down, right? And Chizuru's looking at his hand. Normally in this situation, Chizuru as a rental would get probably a little physical. She'd grab his hand, she'd walk next to him, she'd do stuff like that. But you see that in that panel, she looks at Kazuya's hand, she focuses on it, and she's blushing and she's embarrassed. Chizuru cannot act the way she normally would on a rental date because to her, this isn't truly a rental date. It really isn't. For her right now, she's using this as an excuse to be with Kazuya and try to eventually maybe clear the air. That's the assumption. But for her right now, I'd say this probably feels like a legitimate date, and she doesn't probably know how to be as normal as she usually would. So I think it's very interesting there. I like that. And we're getting a lot of that throughout this chapter, even at the ending. When Kazuya's about to finally try and speak to her after what seemed to be a perfectly normal date, you see that she was about to bring up something. Now, we don't know what it is based on the cliffhanger. One could assume that, of course, she's going to probably bring up all this stuff that happened in the past and try to clear the air, because she's clearly flustered when she says so. And Kazuya likewise is just like, oh shoot, what? And yes, guys, I see the comments. Literally, Chizuru's become a full-on student at it. I truly can. But yeah, all in all, when it comes to Kazuya, I think in this chapter right now, I will say that from his standpoint, I 100% agree with him. This whole situation should be very awkward, and he's not exactly sure how to bring it up. And the mental fortitude of Chizuru is interesting, but I will say the one thing that's a little frustrating, if I were in this situation, I would not probably act like Kazuya and gone along with everything. If I'm Kazuya, I'd be demanding, I would be very upfront and just be like, hey, I know you agreed to this rental date, but can we talk? I'd be upfront, can we talk about what happened here? Because her having gone an hour-and-a-half date and they don't bring this up, to me, that's not right. I feel like Chizuru, you have to just talk to the guy. Stop going around in circles doing all this nonsense. At the end of the day, if you have something to say, just say it. You don't need to do this whole rental date. Now, obviously, the date mattered to her as much as it mattered to him. I get that. I just personally would have brought it up sooner. I'm just saying. But that's just me. I would have just brought it much sooner, had that conversation, but it looks like we're going to be getting the next chapter, assuming no one interferes and gets in the way. My least favorite part of this chapter probably had to be Kazuya when he goes into full-on Chizuru's her white sweater, and it brings out the maximum of her femininity. I was just like, Kazuya, shut up, please. But all in all, this is a very solid setup chapter, I feel. Also, this date that they went on, we're talking about on the Twitch side, this man dropped at least north of $250 on this afternoon tea date. Between the afternoon tea, the travel, and then after his booking Chizuru specifically, this man racked up $250 at least $250 on this date. That is wild to me. But someone did mention this, I think it was you, Kazuya Senpai, on the Twitch side. Yo, UP, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Welcome. But literally, I promise you, like, that is crazy to me. But Kazuya Senpai, you mentioned the fact that usually she would ask for the money like upfront, like they have like the whole money interaction or whatever, and that hasn't really happened yet. So it kind of goes to show you again from a mental standpoint how Chizuru is thinking about this whole rental thing. I would not be shocked if by the end of all of this, like this is the last time they have a rental date, obviously. I wouldn't be shocked if Chizuru gives up being a rental girlfriend. I really would not be shocked. That would be my assumption, because right now I think from a mentality standpoint, she can't keep doing this with Kazuya, because now that she has the feelings, she can't treat it like just a rental whole entire thing. But anyway, everyone, those are my quick abbreviated thoughts. As I said, it's going to be a quick review. I have to get out here. I'm still on vacation, as you can see by my setup. But really nothing else happened in this chapter, setting up a lot of good things. I'm hopeful for certainly next week. So that, everyone, let me know your thoughts per the usual. Let me just see what's happening on the Twitch side. Let's see what's happening. Wait, what did I just click? In the end, she denied the payment. It's possible. She probably says she doesn't dislike it. Oh gosh, I hope not. Ooh, let's go. I want you good luck. So you won the tournament. Good job. Good stuff indeed. Anyway, everybody, we're going to end it here. Those on Twitch side, stick around. I'm going to end this shortly. But for those on YouTube, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Are you guys happy with what's happening here on this date? As I said before, I feel a little bit iffy because I would not have been able to go along with this date. I think Chizuru should have been more upfront in just explaining herself. I'm not gonna lie, but nonetheless, everybody, let me know your thoughts. Like the video, subscribe, like my content is greatly appreciated as always. And with that, I'm Leonard and I'm out. Have a good one, everyone. Peace.